Hello, hi, hey, I am Jakara N. Holman, and I am on the red carpet at the Twin Cities Film Festival. I am here with the director, Parker, and the producer, Ryan, of Hauntology, a horror film that addresses queerness and horror events in Ohio, which also is connected to Minnesota. Let's get into how this works. Hi, Parker. How did you meet Ryan over here?
Oh, wow. So one of our producers, Rob, ended up bringing in a lot of his friends and family members to the project, and Ryan knew Rob way before I did.
Ryan, why did you say yes to the call?
It was originally presented as a investment opportunity, which, I think the way that things are opening up for independent film was definitely something to look at. When I read the script and then got to see some of Parker's shorts, I knew that I was in. And it was really just kind of been climbing the mountain since then.
So as I watched the trailer and I read the synopsis and the press kit, I said, okay, so Venus thought she was running away. And then big sister Jasmine came and was like, oh, let me take you for the ride of your life. Parker, what happened?
What happened? Yeah, so basically, Jasmine is trying to stall Venus and tells these stories, and we don't quite realize until the fourth story that they're all very connected. And by the end, Venus is the person Jasmine really needs to achieve her ultimate goal, which I won't spoil.
Oh, man, shoot. Ryan, why do you think that we should be entrusted into coming to see this film?
I think for a lot of people, horror is just one of their favorite genres of film. And for this, I think it definitely meets that. It's, there's elements of drama, atmospheric. It's a little bit more gateway, too. So, it's not totally inappropriate for teens and that type of thing. But, I think for me, one of the things I've always really been passionate about in regard to this project was just the opportunity to provide real representation and authenticity. And not just in film, but just the idea that horror film, I know, is a medium that has, drawn, queer and people that have just felt isolated and just sort of pushed out. And, film shouldn't be that way. It's a highly collaborative art, and just for us to be able to have that opportunity to be inclusive for everyone, it was important to me, and I think it's important for something like that to be able to be out there for audiences.
Amazing. So we touch on isolation, we touch on alienation, and we touch on queerness. Why was that important to include that in the film?
I think it's very natural for queer people to feel a bit isolated just by the nature of not being like everyone else in quotation marks. And I grew up not seeing a lot of queer people in movies. It was usually like a best friend character, maybe a queer-coded villain like in the Disney movies. And I just always dreamed, what would it be like if I saw a movie where all the characters are queer? Like, they're not the minority, they're the majority. That was kind of my dream for Hauntology, and I think we succeeded in that.
Amazing, amazing. And how did you go about casting for this production? Because I want to know, why did you even decide that it was important to have a person of color as, your leading lady? Or leading, sorry, they, them pronouns, so as your leading antagonist.
I do think that just happened naturally because my friend Lindsay, who plays Madeline Ishii in the Cashel House segment, I actually just really wanted to work with her, and she's a black queer woman.
Okay.
And so when I was writing with Lindsay in mind, all of a sudden I was like, well, the whole family is going to be black women. And then when we started casting, we had not just black actors, but we had a Hawaiian actress, we had a Latina actress. It's like just more and more diversity just came in, and it just felt really natural because they were the most talented actors who auditioned for us. But I think it fits perfectly because there's intersectionality, right? Like, we have not only people of color's experience of feeling a bit isolated and like the systems of oppression are active, also queer people feel that way. So it just goes together perfectly.
Amazing, amazing. I love how you touch on so many elements at one time, and then you just released this production on major platforms. It's on Apple TV, so many platforms where we can even watch it starting September 17th, right?
Yeah. The movie's on Amazon. It's on YouTube, Apple TV. Very easy to find. Right now, it is pay to rent. Maybe in the future, our distributor will have it somewhere where people can watch it for free on there. But
Like Tubi?
yeah, that would be awesome. Lots of eyeballs on Tubi right now. It's pretty much anything you want to watch is on Tubi, like weird 70s TV movies or newer indie releases. I mean, I'd love to be on Tubi.
Yes. And what is next for you, where you see this film going?
I mean, for Hauntology, I think right now just, making sure that we're getting it out there in front of as much of the global audience we can. We're in the U.S. and Canada right now. So I think for us, our goal is just really to be able to continue who has an opportunity to see it. As Parker was saying, us starting to move into some of the other platforms, ad-supported, subscription, but then also being able to expand into some other countries as well. We were fortunate enough to be able to be at Fright Fest in the UK, very, very well received there. But yeah, I mean, again, I think the opportunity for audiences globally to have a chance to see Hauntology and really what we put together, I'm really, really excited about it.
I love that it's coming out right around Halloween.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm still like on the fence though, because like scary movies scare me.
Well, this one's not so bad. This, like Ryan was said, a gateway horror earlier.
Okay.
I think this movie's more like Are You Afraid of the Dark, more like Goosebumps.
Okay.
It's got more of that kind of YA energy. It's not going to be Terrifier 3, which is in theaters right now, and it's really good, but Hauntology is the opposite type of horror.
Okay. Because I gotta go home and sleep alone, and I don't want to be like,
Yeah, no, you'll be fine.
what was that sound?
There are a few things in there for horror fans, though. Parker did just this fantastic job of not only creating these segments by stories, but also by subgenre type. So there is like a giallo slasher segment, kind of a haunted mansion kind of thing. Even, creatures in there. So it really does give you an opportunity to span, but I don't think that we ever get to the point where, you will be afraid to put your feet down next to your bed at night.
Okay.
Those
There's
are
scary
fun, though.
moments,
Those are
but
fun.
not the type to give you nightmares, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to sit next to you in the theater so I can hold you tight if I get skittish.
Happy to.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, real quick, that you brought up the Giallo segment, because Ryan is in that one in the opening scene with the most kind of brutal, traditional horror aspect of the whole movie is Ryan's scene.
Did your head get chopped off?
Pretty darn close to it.
You get beheaded.
You were asking about how we got cast, and it just happened to be that we were in one of the meetings, and I was saying, Parker, like let's save money for principal cast. Like this guy Ryan doesn't even have any lines; he just dies. I can do that, and I think by that time maybe Parker wanted to kill me a little bit. But after a while, I kind of figured out what I got into. But even one of our cast members, Abby Ismina, is an acting coach. She was fantastic. Our stunt coordinator was fantastic. And I don't want to give too much away, but Samantha Robinson was also fantastic. It was really fun to be able to do.
And let me mention, because you asked earlier about the casting, Samantha Robinson was on our dream wish list. We started out with just, if we could cast anybody in the world in this movie, who would we get? And she was on my dream list, and she's in the movie. So miracles happen, I guess.
Yeah, we were fortunate. We really just kind of kept running into, moments of magic and serendipity. And one of the things that I don't want to underscore is that I think one of the reasons why we were able to get the cast that we did was because of Parker's vision, the script, what we wanted to put together. It resonated with people. It was way beyond, getting a SAG paycheck. I think for a lot of people, it was about having that opportunity to be a part of Hauntology.
And it was filmed in Ohio, where horror stuff happens, really? That's something that's mentioned in the movie. I am Jakarian Holman. I'm here with Parker, our director, and Ryan, our producer of Hauntology. Make sure you watch it out. Make sure you check it out. Streaming on many platforms now, from Apple TV to Amazon
Yeah, Vimeo. You can get it on Blu-ray on
Come
Amazon. Buy the Blu-ray, please.
Hauntologymovie.com. If you want to go there, a lot of the information of where you can watch, how you can stream, add to your watch list, all there too as well.
All right, and we're streaming it today at the Twin Cities Film Fest. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jakara N. Holman.